I hope you guys all enjoyed a beautiful Thanksgiving holiday, and hopefully you were able to benefit from some of the tips that I shared a couple weeks ago about how to travel and stay healthy during the holidays. So if you didn't catch that, you can go to my website, susanjohnson.com, go under my blogs, and you'll find that because I'm sure that will be helpful for those of you traveling through the Christmas holiday as well. So I hope everyone enjoyed their holiday. We did. In fact, we're extending it. We're spending some time in Oregon for the next 3 weeks just to enjoy a little bit of time of unplugging as a family. Of course, still working a little bit, still staying in front of you guys. But today on our series of Keeping It Real, I wanted to touch on a very, very important topic, and it's the topic of chemotherapy. So before we get into that, I'm going to introduce myself. For those of you who are new here, my name is Susan Johnson. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner. I'm also the founder of the Kick Cancer Movement, and I'm a presidential diamond with doTERRA essential oils. And I use a space each week to keep you educated and informed on every aspect of health that will allow you to thrive in life. So sometimes we talk a little bit about marriage and healthy marriages. Sometimes we talk about sex. Sometimes we talk about cancer. Sometimes we talk about essential oils. So it's a very broad aspect of what we cover, but really the focus is my job, I feel, is to help you guys live your healthiest life possible. So what are 3 things that you need to know if you or a loved one is going through chemotherapy? I'm going to pull up my notes because I took some and I really don't want to forget any of these points. Many of you have someone or you yourself are walking through cancer. And if you haven't known or heard about our story, my son had cancer. He went through 3.5 years of daily chemotherapy, underwent anesthesia countless of times for surgeries where they put chemotherapy into his spine, along with putting it into his port. So we navigated this road, and we were able to navigate it really well because we were informed, we were educated, we knew what alternative holistic tools to put into play to really help him thrive through his treatment. You can learn more about our story, again, going to my website, susanjohnson.com. But I want to talk to you specifically today about 3 things you need to know if you're undergoing chemo, whether you're undergoing chemo for cancer, or perhaps you have an autoimmune disease and your doctor has prescribed you chemotherapy. So the first thing you need to know is that chemotherapy is a cytotoxic poison. Okay, so what that means is a cytotoxic poison does not know how to discriminate. It actually poisons the whole body. So it destroys the good, healthy cells along with the unhealthy cells. Unfortunately, even though chemotherapy can be effective during conventional cancer treatment or perhaps for whatever health issue that you were prescribed to take chemo with, it is a cytotoxic poison, so it kills everything. And this is why people that are undergoing chemotherapy have a really weakened immune system. And they also typically feel really awful because of their inability to flush the toxins from the chemo out of their body. So the number one thing you need to know is that chemo is a cytotoxic poison. This is why I continue to educate about supporting your body through conventional cancer treatment to help keep your immune system strong and to help support your body's ability to detoxify even while undergoing conventional cancer treatment. Now, to learn ways that you can support your immune system, to learn ways that you can detoxify, if you go to my website, I linked it in the title of this, Keeping It Real, susanjohnson.com/blog, and you can go to the category of cancer. And I have written all kinds of articles in there about how to support your immune system through cancer, what essential oil blends to use. I see someone's asking right now about a blend that you can use for lymphedema. And so you can find a lot of that information on my website. Now, really understanding the importance of supporting your immune system, detoxifying your body is going to allow you to really thrive. The number 2 thing that you need to know while you're walking through conventional cancer treatment is, do you believe that chemotherapy is helping you heal? Do you believe it is? And I really want you to think about that question because I know that our belief system plays a huge, important role in our ability to heal. And if you are fighting the idea of chemotherapy, even though you're taking it, and you don't believe it's playing a role in your health, it very well may not. Did you know that every cell in your body listens to your thoughts? So belief is such a huge part of healing. And what we would do with my son, and this was even before I understood the importance of doing this with him, is we would involve him in every part of his treatment. So we would explain to him that the chemotherapy would go into his body and it would eat up the bad guys, kind of like Pac-Man. He was also taking a supplement that was a natural supplement. It was a high-dose pancreatic enzyme. And we would teach him that those would go in and they'd be like little Pac-Man and they'd eat up all the bad guys in his body. So that way we were forming his belief pattern to know that the medicine he was taking and the vitamins he was taking were all doing their job to get rid of the cancer in his body. So again, the number 2 thing, do you believe that chemo is playing a role in your body? It is such a strong, toxic drug that can play a vital role in your health. However, you have to believe that it's doing so. And number 3, if you are undergoing chemotherapy, you must use doTERRA essential oils to support mitigating the side effects that can come along with using such a toxic, powerful drug. Nausea, headaches, neuropathy, brain fog, all of these are symptoms that are really common when you're taking daily chemotherapy. But you can avoid those side effects and you can feel well by using a simple tool such as a doTERRA essential oil. For example, peppermint. It is such an affordable, it's $20 a bottle if you're a wholesale customer. Peppermint essential oil is amazing at helping get rid of nausea. It's also phenomenal for increasing your appetite if you want to increase your appetite when you're going through cancer. It's also really good for headaches. You know what else it does? It can lower the body temperature when you have an elevated temperature as a response to maybe a virus, bacteria, or just to the chemo. Chemo fevers are really common because your body's innate intelligence is trying to kick out that toxic drug, so you might spike a fever. Peppermint can help reduce the body temperature. So we have so many different resources and tools available to you for free. Again, if you go to susanjohnson.com/blog, click on the category cancer, you're going to find all kinds of articles about how to use essential oils specifically to mitigate the side effects of chemotherapy use. For those of you who don't know, I did also create a course. It's an online course. It's $197. If you actually watch a webinar, and you can find all of this information on susanjohnson.com/course. If you go there, sign up to watch my free online class that's going every day. There's different times that we're doing the class. And if you watch it to the end, you can get $100 off, which is a $197 price. That gives you access to 5 modules packed with information: nutrition, detoxification, essential oil use, self-care, belief, and also cleaning up your environment. There's how-to videos, there's downloadable PDFs that you can use as cheat sheets, there's shopping lists, there's even audio interview recordings where I interview experts in each field with transcription. Some of you don't like to listen, but you'd like to read. So the course is packed full of information. The reason I put it together is because I know so many of you out there are wanting to know, where do you start? You're walking through cancer, maybe your loved one's walking through cancer, and you don't know where to start. So all of these methods that I taught are put together with the intention that I know it will support your body while you're walking through conventional treatment. Or maybe you're not walking through conventional treatment, maybe you're taking an alternative route, and this will all still apply and be really helpful. So getting back to the topic in closing, the 3 things you need to know when you're using daily chemotherapy is: number 1, chemo is a cytotoxic poison, and it can destroy your immune system and your ability to detoxify, which is why you need to support both of those aspects while using chemo. Number 2, if you are using chemo, you need to believe that it is working at destroying the unhealthy cells in your body. You have to believe that. And number 3, use the doTERRA essential oils to help mitigate the side effects of the chemotherapy and also help boost your immune system and help your ability to detoxify. Again, you can find all kinds of information about these 3 specific topics. If you go to susanjohnson.com/blog, click on the category cancer, and you'll find unlimited amount of resources. I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for just joining today, and I encourage you to share this. This was something that spoke to you, or you know someone that could benefit from this information. Don't keep it to yourself. There's people out there every day on their knees praying for better health, and you could be that vehicle and that tool used to give them a little bit of hope. I'll see you guys next week on another episode of Keeping It Real. Have a beautiful day.